mapping node. Go generated. This into the vector. Come on. And then I think Z should do it. If I do Z90, no. So this is the stupidest part of all of this process, is figuring out which of these things is going to do the thing I want. And for all I know, the answer is none of them. Yeah, see, none of it's working. Maybe if I go object. Ooh, I actually do like that. Yeah, we're going to keep it on object, but we're going to drop the scale down to, say, 80. There we go, and we're going to scale it up on the x-axis, I think. Not quite that much, but... yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, with the power 2 thing, so basically everything the computer is doing is going to be stored in bits, right? And so using powers of 2 means that the number of bits that are going to be needed to store this won't be any larger than it absolutely has to be. You can think about it that way. Alright, so now let's actually get rid of these fireflies, because I do not like the fireflies. So this is a little trick that's a little inaccurate, but I'm going to filter the glossy ever so slightly here in my lighting paths. And then I want caustics, so I can't really get rid of caustics, but what I can do is... now where'd it go? Oops, now I can't read it. Okay, here we go. We're going to clamp the indirect at 1.1. And yeah, there we go. So where we used to have big bright fireflies, these are actually pixels that should be looking like this. If I set this to GPU, just to make it easier, and then I set this to, say, 0, which means it'll just keep sampling. Yeah, you can see those bright spots just kind of fade away. So that's good. Okay. So it looks like at this point I have the blade of an Obsidian Dagger. I think that works. I'm still thinking maybe this is a little bit too low on the absorption. Let's see what happens if I bump it to 50. Ooh. Yeah, that is nice. I also feel like this is maybe a bit strong. Let's bring it to 0.03. Maybe this is still a little bit high. Let's bring this to 3.2. Okay. And let's bring this brightness down a little bit. Not so much that it kills the effect of the brighter edges. There we go. I think that works. Okay, so let's get out of crazy render view mode. Oops. Alright, we're going to clear rotation. And we're going to clear location. That didn't work. Maybe I'll just keep this on rendered off, because this is being weird. Okay. Keep hitting the wrong button. That's Alt, there we go. Alt D, Alt R. Why are you doing this to me? Okay. So now we need to make a handle. So one of the keys to doing something like this is knowing what primitive to use. So we're going to add the handle is probably going to be roughly cylindrical. So we're going to add a cylinder. I don't want an end on. I will create my own encapsulator. So we're going to do this. X, Okay. So that's probably good right there. I'm gonna, oops, get back to medium point. That's why scale it. All right. Now we're gonna scale down. Shift S, Shift Y. It's going to let us scale down along everything except the Y-axis. And well, a little bit bigger than that. Okay. Oh, I want this on. Here we go. Okay. And that's, this whole thing is too high. Why is that? There we go. And on this side, I'm going to add in another loop cut here, just to keep this size more. I feel like that's a slightly more like ergonomic design or something, because you know your hand when you close your palm, it's not like a cylinder or something. Smooth on there. There we go. And on this side, I'm going to add in another loop cut here, just to keep this size more firm. And then there we go. That's better. Although that's not. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so let's try a triangle thing and see how that goes. Problem with circles is that they never ever turn into clean surfaces for your subsurface modifier. So, center. Alright, so that's cleaner. Okay. And in fact, I think I do want to create a cap there. And then at center, there we go. And we're going to apply this. And then we're going to do a sharpen. Now this right here that I'm doing with Q is an add-on I have, so you can't normally do it, but that's okay. Let's see if we can C-split this, because if we can, that'll be great. If we can't, well, no, that did not work. Alright, let's try, let's try 12 minus. See if we can get that. Nope, that didn't work either. So it looks like we're going to have to make that cut manually. Wait, what is going on here? Oh, I'll just apply this. Okay, let's bring this down. And we're going to start dissolving some edges. X-ray this so I can see inside. Because, oh my goodness, is that ugly right there? Look at that. Not this one. Although I'm starting on the wrong side. Let's start on this side. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get rid of some of this ugliness. Yeah, some of this is just too much. We're going to dissolve the edges, so that way the other points stay. So this is actually a violation of that rule that I mentioned, where like, oh, you try never to have anything except quads. You try not to have triangles or anything with like a whole bunch of points on it. And sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. not this one, not this one. It's fine, it's fine. Go to that. Go to that. Not that. Go to this. I don't need any of this. Dissolve edges. There we go. Did not need to do that. Dissolve edges. There we go. That's getting cleaner. See if we can slide this around. Let's also see. Can we lower this bevel a little bit? There we go. That's better. A little bit. Alright, we're going to merge these two. The display works is there's something called a Z buffer. The Z buffer tells the computer which surface is coming first, so it knows which one to draw where. And when the Z buffer gets two surfaces at the same area, it gets very confused and everything looks ugly. Oh, I'm sorry. You never answered my son's question. Can and or will you... Grossness here is Z fighting. Basically, the way the display works is there's something called a Z buffer. The Z buffer tells the computer which surface is coming first, so it knows which one to draw where. And when the Z buffer gets two surfaces at the same area, it gets very confused and everything looks ugly. Oh, I'm sorry. You never answered my son's question. Can and or will you 3D print it? I can 3D print this. I do not myself own a 3D printer, so I don't know that I will. My brother-in-law has a 3D printer. I might be able to convince him to print it, but I don't actually know if he will. Alright, what is causing this? Oh, so let's merge these. Get rid of that. So a rule of thumb for doing this is you want to get rid of these diagonals. The diagonals are most likely what's causing the problem. Oops, not that. Sorry about the crying in the background. My niece has been very, very upset for a large portion of the day. Let's merge all these. Okay, and this is still looking horrible. So, there we go. Come on, there we go. Dissolve edges. So this part is a little bit tedious, and if I were recording this, I would not have actually done all of this like on camera. Also going to symmetrize. So yeah, as you can see, the top now is much cleaner looking, although I could change that by upping this. But as long as we keep it relatively low on the bevel, that should look fine. You like STL files, but like it'll work with it if it has to. Alright. At last, there we go. I should fix that one. Let's put that in there. Last. Hi. Alright. At last, there we go. I should fix that one. Let's put that in there. Last. Hi, Bella. What can we do for you? Let's dissolve this vertex. I don't think I can help you with that. So that was a bad idea what I just did there. So we're going to undo that. There we go. Let's try this. That worked a lot better. And this is weird. I don't like this. Oh, goodness. No.